Hey, everybody, and welcome back to Untapped with Lewis, me, and Jeremy.
Hello.
Jer Bear. I was thinking about something today. I actually got really frustrated. I realized that we aren't prepared for shit. Ever. Life, like, we're not prepared for life. Like,
Just anything and
anything.
everything.
We're not prepared for anything. Like, you don't go into the world with, like, any knowledge that, like, of things you need to know. Like, shit just happens to you and you learn that way.
You
know?
mean like as a baby too? Like not even like
Yes.
at this point in life now we're still not prepared for shit.
I
but
meant
just
now,
as a baby.
but also as a baby too.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know anything, you don't learn anything. You go to school and you still don't learn the important shit. You learn how to find X, and I really don't give a shit. Like, there's just things. And I was thinking about it, like, we were talking about my job yesterday, and you're not prepared for, like, the things like restructuring of a company, like losing your job. Like, you don't know how to combat that. I think it's bullshit. I think we need to be taught, like, how to do, like, fuck math, fuck geometry. Like, teach me how to, like, go through shit. Like, I was like, what the fuck? This is so unfair.
You know what I find wild about the just being a human baby too is like because other animals come out and they can already walk and they know how to get food and hunt and stuff. We're just stupid and like helpless.
And we drool a lot.
Yeah,
And
what's
cry
what's
and-
that about?
Like, why don't we know how to do anything? Like,
Yeah,
why were
we-
we made that way?
We come out screaming for help and other animals just come out and they're like, I'm gonna go hunt that bitch and I'm gonna eat.
And they're covered in, like, we're covered in, like, guts and blood, and so are they, and stuff like that. Sorry to be gross. But yeah, I was just saying, like, too, like, I'm moving out. I literally don't understand insurance. I don't understand, like, how to, like, I'm moving into an apartment. I understand that I have to pay rent, but there's, like, so many logistics to it that I'm like, where the fuck was this in the manual? Like, did we get one? Did I
Yeah.
lose it in the mail? There's
Yeah.
just so many things.
Like they could have taught us a lot more throughout school.
Taxes. Like,
Taxes.
I learned taxes on my own because when I do, like, the influencer stuff, I need to, it's freelance. So I had to learn how to, like, take out the taxes myself and do that stuff. And then obviously my job takes out the taxes too. But, like, when my parents go to, like, the tax guy, what is he called?
The accountant?
Yes.
The tax guy.
I almost called him an attorney, and I was like, that's a lawyer.
Well, he could be. He could be a tax attorney.
Tax attorney. That's
Yeah,
the
there
thing,
you go.
right?
Yeah.
But isn't that, like, okay, why did I think that was, like, when you stuff the animals? That's taxidermy.
Taxidermy.
Right?
It's very similar though.
I was like, I don't know if that sounds right, but yeah, like, when they go, like, I'm like, I have no idea. I just give them everything that I need them to go with, and I'm like, but what does he do? What does he look at?
your
like,
income.
But, like, could I do that myself?
I mean, you could try
Like, could I be a
tax preparer.
yeah?
Like, yeah, but you might fuck up quite a bit, and then the government's gonna come after you. And
First scandal, tax fraud. I think that should be
I
my
think
first
you need
scandal. That has to be my first scandal.
and then just blame it on. Well, I did my own taxes.
Like, I think every, person has gone through tax fraud. Like, a lot of them end up in jail, but I think I'll do it the way where it's like, oh, oops, I'm young and I'm dumb. I committed tax fraud. Like, and then it's like a huge scandal, but they don't put me in jail. They're like, you know what? He's young and naive. Pay up.
Young and naive, but you're talking about it now, and it hasn't happened yet. So
Okay,
now
well,
it's like premeditated young and naive.
I'm
tax
24.
fraud. Yeah.
So let's say when I'm 26, I'm still young and naive. Like, I'm still, like, we were saying this yesterday, like, 40 is still pretty young. Like, when people are like, oh, I'm 40, I'm old. I'm like, the world has just convinced us that as you get older and, like, yeah, you have a few more bags under your eyes, like, you're an old bag of shit, and you're not. I mean, you're not old. Like, I think 60's old. I think that's where you hit the line.
Yeah, but then you ask a 60-year-old, and they're gonna be like, "Nah, I still feel young."
Well, because fuck them.
They don't know what they're talking
lying.
about. They're old.
They're lying. Their body parts aren't working. Like, they can't do what we do. They can't do what a 40-year-old does. They can't do what a 50-year-old does. Like,
I would argue 80 is like that.
80? I feel like 60 sometimes. Like, some of them are, like, on the decline. Like, they're really going for it, you know?
What do you think like isn't working at 60?
I don't think they can pee, right? I really don't think they can.
No, that starts earlier.
Oh, really?
Can, yeah.
Well, when I got my nose surgery, I couldn't pee. That was the thing.
So it's already starting for you.
Because I had to Google it, but it was because of all of the anesthesia or whatever. Like, they said, like, if you don't pee, like, you just, like, keep drinking water, you're still trying to get out everything. So for, like, a day, I wasn't able to pee, and I was like, am I shutting off? I was like, am I gonna die? Like, just because I wanted to breathe? Like, fucking sorry. Like, but on the topic of old people, I got shit for this. I almost got, like, not canceled, but, like, people came for me. I literally said, like, fuck old people. I think they're entitled. I think they feel like they've lived a long time, and that's great and all. And, like, some of them have served the country. Thank you. But then there's other ones that I'm like, you can't be saying the shit that you say to people. Like, just because you're old.
The old ass boomers. Dude, on the way here, I was stuck behind this guy doing like 20 miles an hour.
How
I'm
old? 90?
Well, I was behind him, so I couldn't see. And he must have been like shriveled up because, you know, the seat was taller than he was. But
I was at the store. I was at ShopRite and, you know, just doing my thing, just shopping for random shit that I don't need. And I was on this line. So you can get on the long line where you have like more than 10 items and you have to go on the other one. But then at ShopRite, there's like that express window where you get like 2 items. You go up to the random clerks, whatever. So I'm waiting and there is an open spot, but the woman was on the phone. So I was waiting for her to get off the phone before I walked up. And behind me, I hear,
man.
no, it was, you do know there's a line open. And I turn around to see this bag of dust looking at me. And I double taked. I looked at him and I looked back at her and she was on the phone. And I could have been like horrible. Like, I feel like I could have said some shit. But I'm like, no, I'm raised right. Like, I don't want to be like that. I turn around and I go, oh, yeah, I know, but I don't want to be rude. And I turned around. And they didn't say anything. It was him and his wife, like, silence behind me.
Super spiteful.
Like, just be like, I didn't want to be rude. I could have been like, rude like you are. But I didn't. I was just like, don't want to be rude.
Oops, I didn't see the open line, sir.
Yeah, sorry. I'm sorry that I'm fucking blind, too. Like, I guess you have better eyesight than me at the age of 70.
I mean, he just got his cataracts fixed, so he's seeing clearly.
I also am pretty blind. We've discussed this. I drive blind sometimes just because I'm too lazy to put my contacts in.
Are you wearing them now?
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay.
Because it would be annoying to look at you and be like, I can't see you.
Well, I used to be really blind. More blind than you are.
Yeah, you got LASIK.
I did.
Can you explain the process? Because
Do
you've
you
explained.
want to hear it?
Yeah, I want to hear it
Do
again.
you
I think
wanna
it's
hear
gross,
it?
but I think we need to explain it.
I mean, the whole thing only takes like 10 minutes, but
The worst part. What was the worst part?
when they suck the eye out a little bit.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they put like this little suction cup thing, and I wasn't watching it happen, obviously, I'm me, but I'm pretty sure it pulls the eye up, and then they cut a circle to take the flap off.
Oh my god.
And then you have to get up and walk, because like you got to watch where you're going, and it's just blurry and gray, because your eye flap is missing.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Oh.
Then
And
you
you're
go
awake,
wait.
so you're awake for it.
Oh, hell yeah. You got to be able to look.
No.
I mean, they gave me Valium, so I was feeling okay. Then you go to another little table, and then they start lasering your eyes, and you see like green and red and like gas, and you smell the burning of the skin.
I'm disgusted.
The eye skin.
So you got eye surgery, I got no surgery. At least I was asleep for mine. But
That's fucked up.
I was asleep for it and I woke up during it, which was awful.
That's
but
really bad.
yeah.
How
I
could
don't
they
know
do that?
why though. I think I was just nervous.
You're just
and
built different.
built different, and I think I was curious as to what was going on. I woke up during it. I couldn't see anything, so I wouldn't be surprised if they covered my face because they were doing the surgery on my nose, and I thought it was done. So I went to touch my face, which I shouldn't do that anyway, even if it was done. And I got my arm pulled back. And they're like, we're not done. And they're like, and I heard the guy go like, oh, he's awake. I'm like, no fucking shit. And then I raised my other arm, forgetting that this arm had the IVs in it.
Oh no.
I ripped my IVs out. And they're like,
That just
yeah.
sounds painful.
Well, I didn't feel it. I couldn't feel anything, but I kept trying to touch it. And apparently I was like saying all this shit to them, like give me a shot, like, or something. Like I was just like, put me out, knock me out. I woke up and I was like in so much pain, probably because in the middle of it, like I probably could start feeling again. So it hurt so fucking much. But I can breathe now. So
Dude, did you get your wisdom teeth pulled?
no, I got these pulled. The
What?
canines. Yeah.
Are those
They were-
fake ones or are those?
No, they're real. They're my actual ones. My baby ones were not coming out because they were so big, and these were coming in sideways. So they were gonna hit these teeth. So they had to pull them, and they had to go up and yank them down.
Ow.
So I'm like,
You're just that guy.
I should just be in a Marvel movie at this point. I'm like, I'm pretty powerful.
What would your superhero name be though? Just Captain Wake Up.
I literally like Captain Anesthesia. Like, I don't even know. You know, I probably wouldn't have woken up if my doctor was Nicki Minaj. I really think if my doctor was Dr. Minaj.
She'd just put you out.
No, she wouldn't give me any shots because she's against them.
Oh man.
Speaking of,
Oh no.
we talked about this on the first episode about, how she's not getting the vax. Her brother or somebody's balls are swollen, so that was a side effect. People are rallying. People are, rallying against the vaccine because everybody trusts Nicki Minaj's judgment.
The troops are coming too.
The troops are
Which is funny.
the Barbz.
They trust her judgment.
the Barbz are really, backing her, which I get it. She has a cult following.
I mean, you
just
have
think-
to trust someone that puts their pussy on their sideburns. on
Literally,
your sideburns.
yeah. Literally. And two, the fact that, like, I was saying it, like, Barbz are ride until they die for her. They're going to die very soon.
Yeah,
Like,
really.
if that's the case. Like,
Really?
if we're really not going to get, the vax. Also, the White House, like, actually put out a thing where they're like, we offered to call her. They do it regularly. I just saw this on Twitter. They offered to call Nicki Minaj to educate her on the vaccine.
What?
And it's like a regular thing. They did like a White House press briefing, and they said, like, I don't know why this is being talked about in the White House press briefing, but it is. That's what I'm saying. Because of that, they wanted to, like, educate her. They did it for influencers. There was an entire campaign where a bunch of influencers were selected to talk to Dr. Fauci, but they were given questions to ask him, and then he obviously gave the input because all these people reach millions of people to get them vaxxed.
I guess that's
So
smart.
they were probably trying to do the same thing for her,
Yeah.
but she, like, stood up against it and was like, I know what Dr. Minaj, like, she knows what she wants to have done.
She read a couple articles and now she knows everything.
Yeah, and she had a horrible thing happen with the testicles and all that stuff. But I just saw some tweets. I wanted to read these because it's like blowing up. It's on CNN. Here it is. This is the tweet from CNN. The White House offered to connect rapper Nicki Minaj with one of the Biden administration's doctors to answer questions about the safety of it. And I don't think she took it, from what I'm seeing. It will be Young Daddy tweeted, "It will never stop being bizarre to me that thousands of doctors and scientists told Americans over and over to take the vaccine to save them from death or serious illness. But then Nicki Minaj told the nonsense fictional story, and some of you were like, yeah, she's got a good point."
Who's Young Daddy?
Oh, it's just some person. They're verified. But yeah, like, she has influence. But I think, too, like, she is so fed up with being a celebrity that she doesn't give a shit anymore. She doesn't care, like, what side she's on, anti-vax, like, Republican, Democrat. She doesn't care.
Right.
But I think the government, I've always thought about this, like, in conspiracy theories. I think the government and Hollywood are, like, connected. Like,
Intertwined.
I think the government controls Hollywood.
Really?
Yes. Like, conspiracy, I really heavily think they're involved in everything that happens. That's, like, why would they call Nicki Minaj? Like, why? Yes, she has influence.
So the government controls Hollywood,
Yes.
but Illuminati controls everything? Or do they also control Hollywood, aka they are the government?
Well, isn't that a thing, too? Like, because, like, Illuminati is, like in the dollar bill and stuff, like, the people, like, reference it to the
yeah.
dollar bill
Yeah.
or whatever it is, or the $100 bill. I don't know which one it is. But maybe.
The pyramid and the eye and
Yes.
everything. And
Yeah, like, people reference it to that, so maybe. If we go missing,
Illuminati.
we were right. We were right. But I was thinking, too, because, like, Nicki Minaj obviously is, like, off her fucking rocker now. And Britney Spears. So I did a conspiracy theory about Britney Spears where, like, people are like, she was on the Bush administration payroll.
What?
Because, when she had, like, her breakdown, like, and she shaved her head?
Yeah.
Around that time, something was happening, I want to say in Afghanistan, or something was happening. And to take the headlines away, she was getting paid to, like, have this public breakdown because you heard nothing about the government stuff. You heard about her.
So that was all staged?
I'm not saying it is because after everything that's coming out about, like, her conservatorship and stuff like that, I'm like, maybe she actually, like, snapped. But that was, like, the theory, that she was on the payroll to hide or cover up anything that was happening, that people took their minds off and were like, oh my God, iconic Britney Spears is having a mental breakdown, like, hope she's okay.
Whatever happened to that one guy who was, like, crying in bed? Leave Britney alone.
They interviewed him. There was, like, a recent interview. I didn't
Who was
watch
that?
it. Chris Crocker,
Chris
yeah.
Crocker.
They interviewed him, like, at the height of, like, the Free Britney movement.
He's really like the first viral person on YouTube.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is he, like, doing things now? Is he still crying?
I don't think so,
He
yeah.
doesn't really do anything. He hasn't done anything for years.
That was like his big, like, return, was like, oh, he's coming back to talk about Britney because he's probably still a huge fan. Like, why wouldn't he be? That was, like, my thought is, like, Nicki Minaj is, like, not being controlled by the government. Like, she refuses to, like, give in.
They're trying to get her on the payroll, and she's like, nope.
She's like, I don't give a shit.
Yeah,
She's
I'm
I
not
made enough
doing it.
money. I have a kid. I have a rapist husband. Or a rapist brother. But yeah.
I've got a hold on Trinidad right now.
Yeah, but the whole thing is fucked up and just, like, a weird a weird turn of events. So you wouldn't have expected that. I'm like, just drop the album. Like, we really didn't need all this. Watch, it's like some crazy promo for like an album.
Could you imagine?
I would actually be like, I'm not streaming this.
The
Like,
cover is just a huge set of testicles.
we're laughing about it now. I wouldn't be surprised. Would not be surprised. Like, even like how like Lil Nas X like had his thing where, did you see that where he was like pregnant?
Yeah, I did
His
see
fake
that.
pregnancy
what
belly?
was that for?
A promo for his album.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Whole promo.
Was someone saying that was related to like the Certified Lover Boy album or something?
No, I think
Thought
it was
saw
like
that.
He had that way prior.
yeah. He
Really?
did a bunch of things way prior. He had like the prosthetic belly, and then he had prosthetic boobs, but I don't know why he had those. I think that was just like
For fun.
for like to go viral, like or whatever. Which
just
he
wanted
doesn't
them?
need it. He's famous. You don't need to do something like that. But I think everything is like methodical and everybody's like controlled by something.
Just thinking like 10 steps ahead, always.
Yeah, that's what I want to do in my life is just be very like methodical, mysterious with everything I do. But I can't because I'm like I post everything. And, like, I'm like about to, like I posted one day like I don't know why I did this. I was like taking a shit and I was like, or I was at the gym. I was at the gym and I was like wearing my white soccer shorts and it was a day after I drank and like had eaten a lot and I was like working out and like this is the worst day to wear white because God forbid I like squat and shit. like I do a squat and I just like not good. I don't know. Like I post that, so I'm like I could never be like quiet about anything.
Yeah, I mean, you also just admitted you're going to attempt tax fraud, so.
To do what?
Attempt tax fraud in a few years.
Yeah, but like
yeah.
I didn't do it yet, so like I didn't commit a crime. Not admitting to it. They could reference this, and if they do, so I'm probably gonna get arrested at some point
They're gonna, yeah.
when this drops. Yeah, you guys are accomplices.
No!
Yep, you are. You guys told me yesterday
Yes.
if I get arrested, I gotta squeal. I'm squealing. They'll give me my
No. You said you would, yeah.
No, I will. They'll give me my Burger King meal or whatever it is. So I'm like, okay,
This
three
was good
accomplices. This is where they live.
No.
These are their names. Here's their social medias.
At least
Find
get some
them.
Taco Bell out of the mix.
Taco Bell,
Yeah.
yes. Okay, if you had to pick a favorite fast food, what would you pick?
I guess Taco Bell?
I think Taco Bell is my favorite.
Yeah.
I do have the debate though with everybody. Like, do you consider Chipotle fast food?
Oof. I would say no, but like at the same time, it is just there. Like, you just go and get it.
Technically is fast food because you get it fast, but I don't think it is. It doesn't
It's-
undergo the same
yeah.
processes as other fast food.
Yeah, because it's
restaurants.
not like I don't think it's like packet beans or something or
No.
packet.
They've shown like because of all like the E. coli scares and stuff like behind the
Yeah.
scenes, like it's very fresh food. So whenever people are like, what's your favorite fast food? And I'm like, well, if you consider Chipotle fast food, then it's that. But if it's not, then it's Taco Bell. Because I had Taco Bell the other day for the first time in I don't know how long. So good. I don't know what it is, but it's even if it is like packaged meat and beans, like it's so
Yeah.
good. I don't know what they do to it.
I haven't had it since high school.
Was it like a
I-
lunch thing you would go and get?
No, like it was just a day in high school and I got it, and I haven't had it since.
It's like 7 years.
That's
yeah.
a long fucking time without Taco Bell.
Yeah.
Yeah, like-
Get a grip.
Like, don't be a hero.
Wait, you said
Like,
Taco Bell?
Yeah.
No,
Oh,
Chipotle.
Chipotle. Oh, I was like,
Chipotle.
Taco Bell. I was like, don't. Okay, what are you
Yeah.
trying to prove? Like, do you think you're better than us?
Maybe.
Yeah, actually, I mean, if I had to choose though, Chipotle or Taco Bell, if I was trying to save money, I would choose Taco Bell because Chipotle you can get a bowl, and it's like almost $15.
15.
I think I paid $15.
I wouldn't know. Haven't gotten
Yeah,
it.
well, because if you get a bowl and you get chips and stuff like that, it adds up. But like Taco Bell, I get like 3 tacos for like $3.
I remember I went with someone though, and they were trying to teach me this like scheme to get more food or something. Like you order a bowl, but then you ask for a tortilla after or something like that.
You ask for it on the side because then you can make like your own burrito. But I think
But it's like more in the burrito than it would have been if you just ordered the burrito.
yeah, because like they have it down to like a science of how much they should put in, so your bowl gets a little bit more stuff in it.
Yeah. Also, if you say
Um,
like double meat, you would get less than if you were to get one scoop and then be like, can I have one more scoop?
Because
You
if
get
you,
more meat,
if you
but
say
it's still
double meat,
double.
they mark it, which fuck them for this. Chipotle, if you're watching this, I'm pissed off. They did this to me. I said double meat. I should never say that again because like they took a cup and they wrote like double. They put like DM or something or DC for double chicken.
On a cup?
Yeah, because then they pass the cup with it. So that when it gets to the end, the cashier can pick it up and be like, oh, they got double chicken. And then the top says guac, so you get charged for both.
Did
It's
they
like-
do anything with this cup? Do you get the cup?
No, they just keep it. Like, it was just for them
Oh.
to know that to charge you more.
It sounds very inefficient.
It just sounds like a scam. Like, just give me more chicken. Like, a scoop isn't enough chicken. I feel like it's like maybe half a chicken breast. Like, it's really not that much.
If that.
If that watch them, they're cooking like 20 breasts across the thing. Give me at least one of those, like at least. They're probably too lazy too to like shake it off. Be like, oh, it's a little bit too much, not enough. That's smart. I don't get beans. I don't know if you guys get beans.
Heck yeah.
I don't like them.
Why not?
I used to get the black beans. I just feel like they're soupy.
So get the pinto.
No, what is that? What does that taste like? It looks like baked beans, like Bush's baked beans.
It's not, but yeah. Like, I don't know. All beans are the same, pretty much. They're just beans.
Yeah, I'm not a beans guy.
Bean burritos from Taco Bell, though, they're spiffy.
I wouldn't say spiffy. I would say
It's like the best 99 cents you can spend.
I used to finesse the system. I would because for school, high school, I wouldn't like. I hated spending so much money. Like I didn't have a job. I mean, I had Buffalo Wild Wings as my job, but like that was later. I didn't make money, so I was constantly spending money on lunch, and I would get like $3, and like I would save it and save all my money up to the end of the week, and I would try to like finesse the dollar menu. I was like, okay, I have $5. How can I get the most stuff? And I would get like 2 Fritos tacos and then like a bean burrito and then something else, and I was able to get like 4 things.
The bean burrito just comes in handy sometimes.
Yeah, it's like
just
a
there.
quick little snacky snack.
Dude, speaking of fast food, I remember one time me and someone like we went to McDonald's and we bought 100 chicken nuggets to eat.
Why do I remember this? It wasn't me.
You might have been there, but yeah. And I was like dipping in all the sauces. Dude, I got so nauseous around like 20. But we had to finish.
No, you didn't, but you did.
We did.
Yeah,
it's disgusting.
I think McDonald's has always gotten me sick.
Yeah. Their nuggets are like the worst out of all of the fast food nuggets.
No, Burger King.
I've
Burger
never had
King
them,
nuggets
I'll
are
be honest.
disgusting. Their chicken fries,
I don't
amazing.
think I've ever even had Burger King in my life.
I've had it a few times and it's fine. The chicken nuggets were gross. Chicken nuggets were like fake meat. I mean, they're all fake meat, but like it was kind of gross.
Wait, so in high school you would go out and get food every day for lunch? Interesting.
Or I went home one time because we were able to do that. I fell asleep at home. And I got back and they like made me go to the office. They took my ID, they wrote me up, and they were like, "Yeah, like what happened?" I was like, "I went home and fell asleep. Like what do you think I was doing? Like I had nothing else to do."
Well, I used to prepare my own meals and bring them around, carry them around in a duffel bag. Funny story, I got pneumonia from sweet potato.
What?
I got pneumonia from eating sweet potato. And you know this. You have to know this.
How does that happen?
All right, so meal prepping. It was senior year. I was eating in class. You know, I had my chicken, had my broccoli, and sweet potato. I was trying to spiff it up. And Tyler decided, let me make this kid laugh while I'm eating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And my dumbass starts laughing, and I inhale sweet potato into my lung.
Nice.
Yeah. You guys don't know about this?
That's
Yeah.
actually like the weirdest luck.
Imagine if you died. Oh, death by sweet potato.
I almost died because I had to go to the doctor. Obviously, I was in a lot of pain. I was feeling like shit, and no one believed me. I was like, guys, I inhaled sweet potato into my lung. They're like, no, you didn't. You're stupid. You're 18. You don't know what you're talking about. And then, literally, I got a CAT scan, and there was like a buildup of fluid because it breaks down, and the fluid never drained. So I got pneumonia for like a month.
Was your doctor
Stupid, yeah.
Dr. Minaj?
I wish it was.
Sounds like it was. Sounds like she called an 18-year-old stupid.
I wish it was.
Yeah, I mean, that is a little crazy to choke on a sweet potato. This is why I don't meal prep. I feel like meal prepping just leads you down a really bad path, and that happened to you. But you still meal prep, I feel like.
Yeah.
We'll get to the beach and you whip out your container. I'm like,
Yeah.
I have a fucking bagel. Like, what else am I supposed to eat?
I gotta do that later. It's so stressful though because like you gotta go to the store, you gotta buy the food, you gotta cook the food,
Yeah.
you gotta package the food, you gotta carry the food.
Like, I've always thought about like HelloFresh and those meal delivery services. I feel like I would try them, but I was looking at them and they're so expensive.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like they're expensive and you only get like dinner. You don't get like your meals through the day. You just get like one meal delivered to your door.
Well, they have like some meal prepping services, but again, they're expensive, and the whole point's to not spend the money in the first place.
Yeah, I have to start doing that. I've shopped before, and like I know how to go shopping and stuff like that, but like I haven't done it. I mean, since March, but now I'm going to LA and I have to shop for myself. I have to like be a human and like an adult.
Yeah.
And I'm not terrified about it. I'm just more like, ugh, I have to do this. Like I have to go shopping.
I feel like
should I go coupon cutting? Should I be an extreme couponer?
Yes.
It could be my next claim to fame. I go into extreme couponing.
I could just picture you at the store though, and you're just gonna spend all your time in, like the chip aisle.
That's my problem. Because I know what I need to get. I get it. And I'm like, let's go. Maybe I'll want a snack later. And then I get stuff. This is a toxic trait of mine. I'll get something that I like. And I'm like, oh, great. I have it for the week or like for when I'm drunk.
Yeah, right.
Eat it in one sitting. Eat it in one sitting. Like
right.
a family bag of Boom Chicka Pop, one sitting. One whole sitting. And usually it's like the sweet and sour one. So I'm like, I feel like sticky and gross.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah. And then I go to bed like that.
You know what pisses me off is when people are eating like chips or anything, right? They got like the powder on their fingers.
Oh, like the Cheeto
And then-
dust?
Yeah, sure. And then they go and like fully like suck their fingers to get the powder off. Do you do that? Are you one of those finger suckers?
Yeah. I jam my whole fist in my mouth.
Do you? Oh my god.
Dorito, like I paid for it. Like I paid for the Doritos. There's cheese on the Doritos. They get on my fingers. I finish it. I paid for the experience
Oh no.
of the dust.
It freaks me out. Like even when people are eating wings and the sauce around their fingers, I can't do it.
Well, I don't see.
I'm a wiper.
You're a wiper. I
Wiper.
don't like the I don't like wings. I like eating wings, but the act of eating wings is annoying to me.
Yeah.
That's why I get boneless wings, is I just eat them with a fork. Chips like the Doritos and the Cheetos, on the other hand, that is an experience you sign up for, and that's a train you get on, you don't get off. Like you have to do it. What do? You like go and wash your hands after every chip?
No, I try to wipe them after every chip on like paper towel, but I don't.
It's
I don't
still
think-
there. The dust is gone, but the cheese is
I'm not-
just in your skin now.
I'm not doing anything else with my fingers. But then afterwards, I wash my hand immediately. I don't want the powder.
Yeah, I don't think we see eye to eye on that. I'm like not even like a finger sucker. Like I like lick. I'm like, COVID started
Ugh.
there. Like I was just all
Ugh.
over my hand.
Ugh.
I'm trying to
Whole
think, like,
fist in the mouth too.
can you shove your fist in your
No,
mouth?
I won't even try.
I
I'm
think
so
I
disgusted.
can. I think I've done it before. I'm not gonna do it now because I'm,
Do it.
COVID friendly. But I think I've done it before, and I got like to here, like the. Hold on, I have to show you. I have to give you a good little visual.
The thumb part.
Like here.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I think I got it up to my wrist almost.
Oh my god.
I don't know how that's possible,
I
but
don't even want to try.
because like once you get,
Once you get past the wide
here's
part.
how to fist your mouth. I'm gonna teach you guys how to fist your mouth. Basically, once you get your thumb and your pinky into your cheeks, you're good.
You just squirrel it.
Yeah, you might cut your hand a little bit because like your
Oh,
teeth,
no.
but like, if you're bored,
so disgusting.
we were in a pandemic. We were locked away. What do you think I was trying? I was trying to find new fun things to do.
Like fisting yourself.
Yeah,
Fisting your mouth.
literally.
So bad. Dude, I remember there was like a kids TV show like when we were younger and someone did that but they couldn't get their hand back out. Do you remember that? I don't know what
should
show it
know
was
this.
on.
I feel like Matt's onto something over there. Yes, it
No,
might
I
have
feel
been.
like it was like people.
Like humans?
Yeah, like
Because I feel like that's definitely happened on Ed, and Eddie. Great show, by the way. I'm trying to think of.
yeah.
There was this
I'm trying
one.
to picture the face.
Ed, and Eddie, I think, was one of the funniest cartoons ever. Like I don't.
Yeah.
SpongeBob too. I think the humor for SpongeBob, if you don't have that humor, you're just living a sad, sad life. I think there's very good humor in SpongeBob.
Well, I didn't grow up watching it. I'm
That's
afraid.
different. If you watch it and you don't think it's funny, that's one thing. If you didn't grow up watching, you didn't grow up watching it. Were you a
Okay.
Disney Channel kid?
I just didn't have.
A preference?
I didn't have cable, man. I had the local networks and I had go outside and play. I'm telling you, we're from the same town. We live in totally different time zones.
Your parents are like very old school.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. They were like, go out and scrape your knees, get dirty.
I mean, we did that too, but I also like watch stuff. Like we had like my neighbors over here. Like we would always go out and like ride bikes with them, and they had a trampoline, so like we go on their trampoline. But then like, wait, this just made me think. I just saw a tweet about this, and it was like, one day, you went inside after riding your bikes with your friends, and you never went outside again and hung out with them. Like you
Yeah.
had this one point where you rode bikes with your friends at a young age. And then you all were like, oh, okay, like we're going to go home. And you never did it again.
Yeah, you didn't know that was your last day.
You didn't know it was your last time to do it. And
Yeah.
you just stopped.
That's so scary.
Right? It's frightening.
That's a scary thought.
Like and it like hurts me. Like I was almost like driving to, I was driving to the gym today and I was thinking about like how I'm leaving. And like everything I'm doing is like my last, like I'll be back, but like I won't be doing things the same when I come back. I'll be back
Yeah.
for 2 weeks for the holidays. Like summer, I'll be back maybe for a month. But like everything I'm doing is the last time I'm doing it. which like I was in the car like tearing up. I was like, ew. I was like, grow the fuck up. Like I was like, get to the gym and just do what you got to do. Like, why are you thinking about this? But it was because I was at a red light for like hours. I was like, wow, this fucking blows. Like
That's scary.
That, and there was something else I was thinking of too. Like, oh fuck. I feel like the universe like works in a weird way. I'm very into astrology lately, just because I have the co-star one and it reads me to fill. Sometimes it's like grow up and do your shit, and I'm like sorry, but I felt like once I found out I was moving, I was super excited. I still am very excited. Like it's the right decision for me. As of the past 2 weeks, I feel like things have been happening that are making me feel like, oh, am I making the right decision? Like I'm meeting new people from like the city, like I'm meeting people from like the influencer world, like we're doing really fun stuff. And then I was like reassuring myself, because if you don't have the doubt, I think then you're making the wrong decision. Like you need to doubt it a little bit in order to like grow. Like you need to detach.
Yeah, I feel like anytime there's a tough decision to make, the world like throws challenges at you to hold you back from progressing. And it's kind of like your job to push through it.
Yeah.
And just get to that next step.
Like
That
it's like a
happens a lot.
test. It's almost like
Yeah.
the universe is like, oh, you really want to go? Let's see if you really want to go.
Yeah.
And I was like feeling that yesterday. Like, I was just like, damn. Like, am I leaving? But I'm too comfortable. I feel like here I'm too comfortable, and it was like I'm leaving the comfortable thing, and that's what's bothering me. But I'm like, no, I need to go. I need to go do different things and like grow. And I think everybody's gonna get to that point. Like you're looking at jobs like not here, like somewhere in the city. Like that's like a step. Like I feel like everybody's like slowly growing. But you know, somebody was like, you can always come back, and I was like, shut the fuck up. I was like, I'm gonna go. I'm there for a year. I'm paying a lease. Like I'll be fine. But yeah, I was just having like this weird realization. Like maybe that's like it hitting me.
Yeah.
But I'm like, stop. Leave me alone. Like, please stop. Like, let me just go.
Yeah, it's like the weather's nice now. It's like, Lewis, stay.
Yeah, I'm like, I'm trying to just pack and go. Like, let me rock. But yeah, that was just a little rant I had. I was thinking about it. It was a little sad.
Or like, I feel like when you're thinking about a specific thing or something happening, it's always popping up.
Yes.
Right?
Well, also, TikTok does that, because I feel like it reads your mind, and like my For You page will be like things I was just thinking about. I'm like, what?
Yeah, before I even like showed interest on it, about it on TikTok, it's already popping
already
up
there,
knowing
like-
that I want to see it.
Yeah, and I get all the manifest ones where like, if you're seeing this, like it's meant for you, and I'm like, of course I'm gonna sit here and listen to it. But like it could be something like, if it's like you're gonna fall in love, and I'm like, next. I'm like, that's not what I was looking for.
Well, you actually kind of pranked us with one of those videos, and you got me.
I did really good with that. Did you
Yeah.
hear how soft my voice was in that?
Yeah, I was really relaxed. Like I was enjoying it. I was like, oh, what a change of pace for Lewis.
And I made
then
that
at the
in-
end, it's like, psych, you're a stupid bitch. I'm like, fuck this.
Yeah, basically it was like one of those manifest videos. I'm like, if you're seeing this, like you're where you're meant to be, and it was like all shots of like LA. It was like so beautiful and tranquil as the Hollywood sign.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, you're right where you're meant to be. Like
I was meditating during the video.
things are things are coming, and it was like, so if you're seeing this, oh no, I was like, oh fuck, what was it?
You're like, I'm just kidding. You're a
I'm
stupid
just kidding,
bitch.
you're a stupid bitch, and it ended, and everybody's like, I really thought it was gonna be something good, and I'm like, shut up. Like, look at the name of the. You saw my face in it. Like you think it's gonna be good. It's not gonna be good. I made that too. I made that in March. I didn't post it until like 2 weeks ago. I forgot about it. I was like, oh wait, this could be hysterical.
It just really got me.
Yeah,
made
I'm
me
kind
mad.
of like condescending and a little sneaky like that.
You led us on.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of what I'm gonna be doing in LA. That's gonna be. Well, I'm getting there. I'm gonna be decorating the apartment. It's gonna be a big thing. I'm trying to think of what I need.
But you already have a bunch of furniture there, right? Because
Yeah, Amanda's been living there for 2 years, so I don't have. That's a big help, because when I first lived there, I lived for 5 months and I was in a furnished apartment, so I didn't have to worry about any of that. Like people don't prepare you for that. Like a mattress. Well, I'm luckily. Fingers crossed that it goes through. I'm hopefully getting a deal for that. Like I'm supposed to be doing a deal where I get like a mattress for free and stuff like that.
oh shit,
Some mattresses are like $3,000.
what is that? A California King?
Okay, I that's my first purchase. If I like make it big, I want a California King bed. I don't care.
Dude,
if
I
I'm
want like two of them side by side just to make them a little wider.
How big are they? Like how big if we measured this
The
space?
California King?
Yeah, like what
Well,
would it fit?
Do you know like what size an actual just king bed is?
I have an idea in my mind because my parents have one.
Right. So the California King's actually narrower, but it's longer, which
Interesting.
makes no sense. Which is why I want two side by side.
I was
Because then
gonna
you get
say,
the
yeah.
length and the width from the.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah, I'm getting a queen because, I'm not that big, but big enough.
Yeah.
I don't know. Am I gonna have people in my bed? Probably not.
Yeah, you don't
I'm
want the
weird
bed to
about
be.
that shit. I even in college, like if I was like whoring it up, I wouldn't invite anybody back to my dorm. Also, because I didn't want to have to fight with roommates to be like, get out.
You
Like,
just hoard up in their dorm.
yeah, like I was the guest. I was never the.
You're just like,
host.
hey, you want to go back to your place?
I would never say anything. Like you would just be like, "Where are we going?" and you figure it out. Or I would just play like the "I'm really drunk." Like I don't know what's going on. Like,
Oh my God, where am I? Are
oh
we
man,
going
where
to
the fuck
yours?
did I go? Yeah, because I had roommates that I feel like my freshman year roommate and my sophomore year roommate were nothing like me. They didn't go out. They didn't talk to people. Antisocial, just like. So I was gonna go back and be like, "Can you get out of the room?" Because they'd be like, "I'm sleeping," and I'm like, "You're right," because you didn't go out, and it's only what now 12 o'clock. So didn't like that. I don't give a fuck what they say. I had really bad roommates. I had two really bad roommates. The first one, he like, first of all, he was dating a girl like that was still in freshman year of like high school. So like he was dating like a really young girl like who didn't know anything.
That's an
and was,
alert.
yeah, and I walk into him one day like crying, like because I think they broke up, and I was like, I can't deal with this. Cannot deal with this. He wore all Vineyard Vines. Like it was like a Vineyard
Oh,
Vines
fuck
store
that
like
guy.
threw up on him. It was good for him because he was like probably pretty fashionable to some people, but not to me. I was like, that's not what I wear. Like I wear jeans and a t-shirt to go out, not like khakis and a button down.
Yeah,
that's not
that
my
guy.
thing.
That guy works at a golf course now.
That's literally like what it looked like. Like he was a caddy and he was like driving around the golf cart.
Oh, he wasn't even like a good employee at the golf course.
No,
He's the caddy.
no, he's the caddy.
That
Like it
sucks
was
for
like
him.
stuff like that. My second roommate, I had a really like this will just sum it up. He was definitely very OCD. I would walk into my bathroom and all my labels were turned the same way, so I would turn them the wrong way just to make because I wanted to test it. I was like, did I do that? So I turned everything the wrong way, and I left and I came back, and everything was turned again. So he was very like
That's like next level OCD.
very.
Because
very
I'm OCD with like my own stuff, but like other people's stuff, do what you got to do.
But then this was like the last straw. He smoked, which I was fine with. He smoked in the bathroom. Like sometimes I would smoke with him. That's fine. Like that we like bonded over that. But one time, like he was always sick and he was like coughing a lot and like spitting into like cups and stuff like that. And we had a fridge. And it's like a small fridge, so like it was like about my waist, so I had to like crouch down to like look into it. And it was like the middle of the night and I was like so thirsty. And I go to crouch down, I put my hand on top of the fridge. My fingers went into something and it spilled on my hand. His spit, loogie, guts, and yeah,
What?
all over my hand. I was like,
He
I
was
need,
keeping it in a cup.
yeah, like next to his bed, so he could just like spit in it if he was like feeling sick.
What?
Dip my hand right in that, right in it.
It wasn't even like a dip cup. It was just him.
It was like this big, and like my hand just went in it, and it's yeah. I don't know why that was there. Yeah, no.
You had mad phlegmies all over your hand.
Yeah,
That's disgusting.
I'm surprised I didn't get sick. Like I was very surprised. But that they were bad. They weren't great roommates. They were nice people, just not good people to live with. And that's
Yeah,
the
that
thing. Like,
sucks.
and I was living in a room where like they're right across from me. Like it wasn't like we had separate rooms. Like at least now when I'm moving out, I'm like in a separate room, and it's just like I actually know my roommate and like we're really good friends. But yeah, no, not good. If I could have had a single, I would have had a single.
Yeah, so these were just like a room with multiple beds in the one room.
Yeah, so the freshman year dorms were really small. Like we were like side by side. I could like reach over and maybe almost like throw something at him. Like it was right there. The second one was a little bit bigger, and the way we put our beds was like mine was facing this way and his was facing the other way, so we were like diagonal from each other. So we had more space, but like we're still right there. Like you hear everything. You, like
Yeah, that's
it's
not
just,
fun.
Yeah, it wasn't. I think dorm rooms, like I think the dorm rooms in some of the colleges that we've seen or like we know of are really bad. But then I've seen like on TikTok people decorating their dorm rooms and they're like these gorgeous sized dorm rooms. I'm like, what fucking college is that?
Yeah.
And sometimes it's like a college in another country or something. It's
Oh.
like it's something weird.
they're getting the special treatment.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been into not many dorm rooms, but there was one like you walk in, the one door. There's like a communal bathroom right there, pretty much, like the sinks and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Then there's the shower and the toilet elsewhere, and then it splits off into two rooms
Oh.
with like two beds per room.
Okay.
But the rooms are like decent size. But at least like you're not sharing with like 3-4 people.
Yeah, like I shared directly with one person. My second dorm room, we had a bathroom, which was unheard of. Like we fought for that. Like there was like a building that had bathrooms for sophomores, but you had to apply to be in it.
Wait, so you would have dorm rooms that didn't even have bathrooms? You'd have to like
Freshman
go down
year,
the
you
hall?
had the communal bathroom.
What?
Our sophomore year, you could have a communal bathroom if you didn't get into that building, but we like applied and we're like, we want this building so bad. Like we had one of them write like a doctor's note that we needed. It had AC too, so we needed AC because like someone had asthma. We're like, oh yeah, like one of our party has asthma, he'll die. And they put us in. We had a full bathroom, which I'm thinking about it. There were so many dorm rooms in this building, and each one had a bathroom. Like where was that?
Going to?
Where was that going to? Because like that seems like a lot of fluid and bodily
And solids.
Bodily solids. Like it's just weird to
It
me.
was just
College
going
is weird.
underground. Yeah. I never dormed, so I kind of lucked out there.
But you were in dorm rooms. Do we have a story to share?
No.
I think we need to. Was it like around here, like Farmingdale? Or I know Farmingdale has dorms, right?
I think they're new though. So I
Oh.
don't think they always had dorm rooms.
So you were hoeing it up.
Nah.
No, just
I was just hanging.
taking
hanging
a
out.
tour of a college that you're not going to go to.
I was just looking around. Friends showing friends places.
Yeah, we'll go there with that. Yeah, definitely. What's today? Today's Sunday. It's the Lord's Day.
Did you go to church today?
I don't go to church. The last time I went to church, like it sounds awful. The last time I went to church was when I had to do confirmation, and that was it.
So
I don't know why,
like-
because if I ever get married, which I really don't have the plan to, I'm not getting married in a church. That's
Yeah, no.
boring. Like,
Yeah.
no offense to the religious people. I'm sorry, not my thing. I'd rather get married on a beach.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. Like
Beach
a
would be nice.
and like nice, like not like suit and tie. Like you do like the beachy kind of like everybody wears like beachy wear.
Beach formal.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like the cabana stuff.
Yeah, like I wouldn't want like a, I don't know. The church is just not my thing. Like we're not a church family.
It looks very gloomy. Like
Yeah.
almost like, why am I doing this?
I'll get your sister to be the minister.
My sister is ordained. If you guys need to get married, hit her up.
I need to ask her about that because like, I wonder what like was it like classes? Like do you have to take classes to be
I
ordained?
think it's just online. Because my other sister, when she got married, she had two of her friends get ordained, and they both like consummated. Is that the word? That's not the word. I don't want to use that word.
Consummated.
Consummated. That's not.
Can we get a
They.
Wait, can we get a dictionary? We need a
No,
dictionary check on
they
that.
did not do that.
Consummated. Oh, I know what
They
it
were.
is.
She ordained the.
Act of sexual intercourse, consummation.
So the kiss.
Technically, no, but what is that called? They
Reverend it.
officiated.
Officiated, thank you, sir.
Consummated.
Fucking take it back.
Yeah, well, they officiated the
officiated the-
consummation. Technically,
I'm gonna leave.
I gotta go.
But that was a nice wedding. That was like upstate in the woods.
That sounds like
gonna leave it at
a
that.
setting for people to die. Like,
No, it was really nice. It was fall, so the leaves were all orange and.
do you think you would survive in the Hunger Games? Sorry, I was just thinking of the woods. I'm like, do you think you would survive?
You're gonna have to back that up because I haven't seen it. So you gotta.
The Hunger Games
What do I gotta
is. I feel like everybody should know, but you don't. We talked about this yesterday. You don't know the fucking Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is where they're in like a dystopian society where these districts like are very poor, some are rich, and every year, in order to like regulate, I want to say like the food
population?
shortage and like
Oh,
the
okay.
population, it's like they pick people out of a hat from each district to go in and fight to the death. It is probably regulation of the population, which is what it is. And that's what happens. And like at a certain age, you become eligible, and every year or so, like you get your name gets added again. So there's more higher of a chance that you get put in.
Interesting.
But they all go into this like battlefield, and there's weapons and stuff, and you have to kill each other. Do you think you would survive?
How long does it last? Do I need like survival
until-
skills, like plants and like?
You need to
knowing
know how to find food. You need to know how to
Shit.
find water. You have to be able to fight in combat, and
Do I have clothes?
you have the clothes that they give you. Like everybody goes
They
in
give me
with
clothes?
like weapon.
They give me clothes.
Yeah, so because it's like a televised event in the
Oh shit.
in the movies.
Oh,
In the
shit.
movies. So like they have like designers dress them because it's like for TV, but then they go into the arena in like battle clothes that remind them of their district, and it doesn't end until you're the last person or you're dead.
Okay, so like I want to say I would make it, but also I've got zero skills, so I'd probably be the first one dead.
I think
not
I would
lying.
hide.
That's not a bad tactic.
I would hide.
Is there any way to like? I mean, obviously, just your own finding skills. I guess. What's the word? Tracking skills.
Tracking.
Is there any other way to like find people in there? Like, is it? like a beacon or something. I don't know.
What was it? It was like if somebody died, a cannon would go off. So that's how they know someone died. But there was never like a way. I think it was like because it was an enclosed battlefield. If you went too far, it was like you hit something and it could kill you.
Oh shit.
But they would just find people by running around. Basically, it sounds like almost like a video game. Which I'm
Okay,
surprised there
yeah.
wasn't like a video game.
So if you're hiding, are you going high or low?
I think I would go high. If I want to say I'd be able to climb a tree if I tried. But then I could also fall and like die.
Yeah, like the second anyone finds you, you're dead though.
But then it's like I think of like digging a hole and trying to bury myself. Like I don't think that would work.
I was thinking like a random tunnel you could find, or like a log.
Yeah.
That's like deep.
But I feel like
Deep
that
log.
though, like at least if you're high up, you can look down at people. I don't think many people are like looking up to find someone. Like
Yeah.
they're like looking around at the ground and like making sure they don't step on anything. I think I would survive.
But like how long? Because you're not gonna be the last one hiding.
Well, yeah, because at some point I have to
Yeah.
go and kill.
So what's your plan?
I don't know. I don't even know what my weapon of choice would be. Like, what would your weapon of choice be? Oh man, sounds awful. It sounds like we're ready to like. I'm just preparing in case our
In
world
case we have
turns
to
to
do this.
shit. Like,
So obviously they provide weapons.
yes.
Crossbow.
Wow, really?
Crossbow.
That was very fast.
Yeah.
I don't know
Crossbow
what-
and like a rope.
Wow.
In case I am the last one. Like,
No, if you're
and
the
there's
last
one other
one,
guy,
if you no, what?
then I'm just gonna hang myself.
No, no.
Because I'm not gonna make it.
Or you
We've
like?
established I've got no skills.
I think if you made it to the last two, you have pretty good skills.
Just
You-
hiding.
What a waste. That would be like why? Like you
Plot
would waste.
twist.
You would waste all that time.
It's such a plot twist.
I think my weapon of choice would be a. It's got to be something a little bit heavier. I feel like
Heavy?
I feel like I'm like a swinger.
Oh, you're gonna swing?
Yeah, I'm
Oh.
a swinger.
You
I
want to
think-
get up close to fight?
I'm not a swinger. Like I would swing. I was like saying that. I was like, this doesn't sound right. I would say like a hammer,
A hammer?
but like not like a.
A sledgehammer?
Yeah, maybe. No, like one that I can use one hand with. It's like
You just said
Like-
something
like
heavy.
Thor.
And you're talking about one little hammer.
right. Thor has the one hammer.
Yeah, but that shit's heavy.
You've held it before,
No, but like other superheroes can't pick it up.
and we've determined at the beginning of this episode that I'm clearly a superhero.
Captain Wake Up.
I woke up during. Yeah.
Captain Wake Up
Have
can
you
fucking
woke up
pick
during
up
an-
Thor's hammer.
Have you woke up during anesthesia?
Considering I have only gotten it once, no.
I'm a superhero, so I can pick up this fucking hammer. I'm ready to go. I'm locked and loaded. If we ever have the Hunger Games, I'm ready to go. I don't want to be in it. If I ever had to,
Yeah, can I just be
idea.
the rich person on the outside, like watching it?
well, the rich people go in it too.
What?
Yeah,
So who's watching?
like the people who didn't get picked.
Fuck.
Yeah.
Can the political leaders be chosen also? Like,
No, they're like the
So
reason
I'm
it's
gonna be that guy.
happening. Oh,
Yeah,
you're
I'm
gonna be a
gonna be that
political
guy.
leader?
I'm gonna be the guy that's making it happen.
Damn.
So vote me president.
Literally, it's the president who makes it happen. Yeah, I think I'd be fine during it. I don't know why I thought. Oh, because you said the woods. I'm like, I was
You're
thinking-
always thinking of Hunger Games.
I was thinking of
so-
the first Hunger Games. It was the only books I've read. I think reading's stupid, frankly.
Wow.
I think books are dumb.
Reading's good.
Yeah, whatever. How do you read? Are you a reader?
Yeah, I like to read in the mornings. It's like a good morning thing. You wake up, grab a book, nice cup of coffee,
No.
read, and then go right to the gym, like 5 o'clock in the morning.
That's bad because like I grab my phone and I look through like Twitter, and I think that's my.
I used to
reading.
do that, but I feel like when you do that, like it just makes my whole day suck.
Why?
I don't know. Like
Think-
being able to start your day off on like a positive note just makes my whole day better.
What do you read on Twitter that your day would start awful? I read like memes. I'm like, oh, that's so funny at like 7 o'clock in the morning. I'm like,
I
I'm
don't know.
giggling.
I don't want to go on social. I put my phone away until I get to the gym and it's like music.
That's like a skill that I wish I had, but now it's like I just can't. I don't read because it fucking hurts. Like
Because
it-
you can't.
I can read. I can't speak. I've learned that I don't know how to speak. I'll be talking to people and I'll slur my words. And everyone's like, "Are you drunk?" I'm like, "It's 4 o'clock on a Monday."
So yes.
So maybe. But I would read, especially in school. I would do like the when you had to like read or study for school. I would read one sentence. I'd have to read it like 20 times. I
Yeah.
just like that's me with books.
Well, I used to do that and it's gotten better. But also reading for school. Can we talk about popcorn reading? Because that shit's so That's the stupidest thing.
Degrading.
Yeah.
It was the worst thing I've ever experienced.
Because then, like, you and one other person are just bullying each other, just going back and forth.
That's where bullying starts.
Yeah,
I
with the
bullied.
popcorn.
Oh God! And when you picked, like, you would pick someone, like, so say I picked you, and then you picked like another one of our friends. The teacher would be like, know that we were all friends, and be like, okay, I'm gonna pick someone, and then
they pick the person that can't read.
the slow
my
fucking reader.
God.
The slow reader. I'm like, we could have been done with this book weeks ago, but you pick Fred. I'm just not making up a name, and they read at like I can't even like.
To kill a mockingbird.
Yes, like it's like you hear the same word 3 times because they fucking can't read.
Yeah, and I know it's like good
maybe
practice
that's
for them,
why
but also fuck them.
Maybe that's why I hate reading, because I had to read with other people. And
Well,
they
you
ruined
don't have to do that now, like.
But I'm just not gonna read.
Dude, so I was reading The Godfather actually, and I brought it to work, and one of the guys at work said to look at this other book. It's called like The Five Families, supposedly real about.
That's a good book.
Yeah.
I have that book.
Okay, well, fuck you guys, because he didn't tell me it was 700 pages.
700
It's-
pages.
Yeah, it came to me, and I was like, what is this, a brick? And I opened it up, and it was a legit textbook.
Yeah.
Here I was thinking it was going to be like a nice, month read or something.
I used to pick like,
It was going to take all year.
you had to do book reports like for school and stuff like that.
Yeah, I hated those.
The way I picked the books I would use, I would open it. If the words were small, I put it away. I was like, ooh, they're tiny. That means it's boring.
Yeah, if I need a magnifying glass to read it, I'm not reading it.
Yeah, I like the big words. I used to read when I did read. I liked Diary of a Wimpy Kid
Yeah, those
because
are
I liked that it
pretty
was written. Like it was like you're reading somebody's diary. It was cool.
good. Yeah.
That and all the like you had to read like Anne Frank and those books and
The Night by Elie Wiesel.
Night by Elie Wiesel, right?
Yeah, did he come to our school?
Yes.
Yeah, the good people,
The good
did,
people
nothing.
did nothing. He said that like 20
What a
times.
punchline. He
Is
really milked that
But
one.
you remember it how many years later?
Because repetition, that's
Yeah.
a big thing. That's how I remember people's names. I say their names 3 times. Like
When you're trying to make them appear.
No, not like Candyman. Like so say I meet you. I'm like, oh, like what's your like? Oh, I'm Lewis. Like and you'll be like, oh, I'm Jeremy. That's 1. Like I've heard your name once. And I'll be like, oh wait, just let me know your name again. That's 2. And then before you leave and stop talking to them, be like, just like you should at least have it a little bit. But like, okay, I'm like, oh, Jeremy, right? Like just want to make sure I remember.
Interesting.
That's
I was
3
not-
times and you remember it.
I wasn't picking it up like that. I was like a repeat thing. Like, oh, hey, Lou.
No, not like a repeat. I did because I did it not this weekend. The weekend before, I met somebody when we were out, and it must have been in Tampa when I was there. And I said it. I said introduced them. They introduced me or whatever. Like we just like introduced each other, and then I said it again. And then on the 3rd time I said it, and they're like, "What, do you not know my name?" And I was like, "No, like that's my way of remembering because now I don't forget." I did it at Flynn's on Fire Island because I met so many people that knew me from social. And like I just like to remember people.
Mm-hmm.
I have them on I remembered their name to follow them on Instagram because like I was so drunk. I'm like I'm not gonna remember, and I did because I said their name like 5 times. I'm like,
Maybe I should do that because I'm really bad with names. I just call everyone man or yo.
it's helpful, like especially too because like when you're networking and stuff like that, like
Yeah.
that's how I just learned it from like that.
Plus, like if you say someone's name, it makes them feel more important or something
Yeah,
like that.
it's like a ego thing. No,
Yeah.
not ego. Yeah, it's like an ego thing a little bit.
Psychological warfare on them.
Yeah, like I'm mentally beating the shit out of them with their own name, and I think that.
I would hate it though because I don't like my name. So if anyone ever said my name more than once, I'd probably slap them.
Yeah, I mean, I like my name. I think I'm fine with it,
Yeah.
and that's why, our names are on the podcast though, so like we kind of have to deal with it. I think on that note, we should end it. I think we're good, right? I think we talked about a lot today.
Yeah.
I'm
We're always covering
surprised
the
too.
bases.
I'm like very hungover. I'm surprised we got to this point.
I'm surprisingly not hungover.
Oh, I am. I feel it in my face right now. So I'm gonna go take a nap, but that's a wrap on episode 2.
Deuces.
La 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 la.